A human body has 11 different organ systems, and this video is my humble attempt to show how each one is specifically designed to fail you. So obviously, let's begin with the reproductive system. It comes in two versions, male and female, each with its own set of equipment and complications. In males, it starts with the testes, two sad grapes hanging outside the body, like they're too scared to go inside. They make sperm and testosterone, aka the reason 16-year-olds try to fight stop signs. Then there's the penis, a fleshy USB stick that tries to connect with anything it thinks is compatible. It delivers sperm, with all the grace of a sneeze. Mission complete, time to nap forever. In females, the ovaries hold eggs, some for babies, most for cramps. Once a month, they launch one, just in case someone's feeling reckless and forgot the pill. If sperm shows up, it's baby time. If not, the uterus throws a tantrum called a period and bleeds for days, like a broken faucet on autopilot. The reproductive system is the only one that works better when you're not using it. Too much action leads to STDs. Too little leads to sadness and awkward therapy sessions. And when it does work, congratulations, you made a human. Now enjoy 18 years of debt, screaming, and wiping things that shouldn't be touched. Cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system includes your heart, blood, and blood vessels. The heart is a 4-chambered pump that never takes a day off. It beats about 100,000 times every single day, consuming roughly 129,600 joules of energy. That's about 31 kilocalories. In other words, your stubborn little heart is working 24/7 for the energy cost of a single Oreo, and it still hasn't quit out of spite. So maybe show it some respect once in a while, you adorable, ungrateful lump of human. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart, and veins bring deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Just like your toxic ex leaves with all your money, keeps coming back drunk and broke. Capillaries are the tiny alleys where blood drops off supplies. They're so small, even your dreams of success can't fit through them. Blood is the Uber driver. It delivers oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and trauma throughout your body. Basically, it's an express delivery service. Except when it loses the package, you die. And let's not forget blood pressure. Too high is a stroke. Too low is a faceplant. Central nervous system. The central nervous system is made of two parts, brain and spinal cord. Both work together to make sure you can dodge the frisbee before it hits your face. The brain has three main regions. Cerebrum controls your thinking. It handles memory, emotions, and the reason why you called your teacher mom in 5th grade. Cerebellum controls your balance and coordination, yet it goes on vacation the second you step on ice. Brainstem controls your body functions. It keeps your heart beating, lungs puffing, and makes sure you don't die every time you sneeze too hard. The spinal cord is the underpaid courier. It carries messages between brain and body, like, hand, touch the stove, then, hand, you idiot. It's also responsible for reflexes, so you don't politely leave your hand in boiling water while thinking about taxes. Brain cells are called neurons. They are the basic units of the nervous system and are responsible for sending, receiving, and processing information throughout the body. The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons, and not one of them remembers where you left your keys. Respiratory system. The respiratory system is how your body breathes, unless you're trying to talk to your crush. Then it's just a full-on panic attack with sound effects. At the top, you've got your nose, basically your air intake valve, and sometimes a mucus factory. It filters air, unless you're in a city, in which case it just gives up and lets in the apocalypse. Then comes the trachea, also called the windpipe, which sounds nice, until you remember it's also how you choke on pretzels. Air goes down to the lungs where oxygen gets swapped for carbon dioxide, and if this trade stops, you pass out. If it stays stopped, you get a toe tag. The lungs are full of tiny air sacs called alveoli. Think of them as little balloons that pop when you start vaping at 14. They're the reason you're breathing, and the reason you'll be wheezing after one flight of stairs. Your diaphragm is a muscle that controls breathing. It's also the first thing to stop working when you hear, "We need to talk." Urinary system. The urinary system is your body's plumbing, except instead of leaking under the sink, it leaks in public if you laugh too hard. It starts with the kidneys, two bean-shaped filters that clean your blood all day long. They remove waste, balance fluids, and silently judge your coke intake. If your pee is too yellow, you may think it's dehydration, but really it's just your kidneys wondering why they even bother. Then the filtered pee goes down the tubes called ureters, basically water slides for your regrets. It's a very smooth ride, unless you get a kidney stone, in which case it becomes Saw 5, internal edition. The bladder stores urine until you find a bathroom, or a solid excuse to leave a conversation. It can stretch, but has limits. Go past those, welcome to public humiliation. Then comes the urethra, the final exit. It's short in women, longer in men, and equally bad at aiming in the dark. So yes, the urinary system keeps your body clean, until it doesn't. Then it gives you infections, incontinence, and a wet bed at 3 a.m. Digestive system. It starts at the mouth, and ends where dignity goes to die. Along the way, your food is chewed, drowned, melted, robbed, and flushed. It's less of a system, more of a very violent mugging. The mouth is where food meets saliva. Your teeth break it down, while your tongue pretends it's in control, only to be betrayed by the teeth. The esophagus is a muscular tube that shoves food down, whether it's ready or not. The liver filters toxins, helps digest fats, and spends every Friday night writing its will. The stomach is a fleshy acid pit that turns burgers into regrets. Eat too much, and it throws a tantrum called heartburn, which has nothing to do with the heart, and everything to do with your life choices. From there, your food enters the small intestine, which is not small at all, like 22 feet long. Here, nutrients are absorbed from the food. Next, the leftovers gets dumped in the large intestine, where water is squeezed out and things go from mushy to oh no. Finally, everything exits through the rectum and the anus does the final mic drop. Skeletal system. You've got 206 bones in your body. Unless you had a fun childhood involving trampolines, then maybe fewer. These bones give you shape, protect your squishy insides, and creak like a chair every time you hit the age of 30. The skull protects your brain, or what's left of it after scrolling 4 hours of TikTok. The ribs are a bony cage for your lungs and heart, because apparently even organs need jail time. The spine is a stack of vertebrae trying its best to hold your life together, just like you. Bones connect at joints, which let you move. Unless you have arthritis, then it's more of a daily creak fest. Knees are especially fragile, because evolution gave up halfway through and went, good enough. Inside bones is bone marrow, which makes blood cells. Yes, your skeleton is cooking blood in secret. It's like discovering your house can make pizza. Cool, but slightly terrifying. Muscular system. You've got over 600 muscles in your body. They come in 3 types. Skeletal, the ones you flex. Smooth, the ones you ignore. And cardiac, the one that betrays you after age 40. Skeletal muscles are attached to bones and move your body around, especially toward couches, beds, and bad decisions. Smooth muscles run your internal organs, making sure your stomach gurgles right before a job interview. And cardiac muscles just beat and beat, until they don't, usually during a treadmill sprint you were forced into by guilt and cholesterol. Muscles contract using something called ATP, just a fancy word for gas money for your limbs. No ATP, no movement. You're basically a beanbag with opinions. Integumentary system. It's a fancy way of saying skin suit. It includes your skin, hair, nails, and sometimes a mole shaped like Florida. Basically, it's your body's costume, except you can't take it off. Your skin is your largest organ, and also your most judgmental. It protects you from bacteria, UV rays, and compliments. And when you hit puberty, it summons acne to guard your social life, like tiny bouncers trying to keep you single on purpose. Hair is just dead protein that grows just enough to annoy you. On your head, it's style. On your back, it's problematic. And your nails, they're tiny shields for your fingers that mostly get painted, bitten, or broken during minor inconveniences. This system also sweats to keep your body cool, and also ruins your job interview in the process. Oh, and let's not forget touch receptors. Your skin lets you feel warmth, pain, and the instant shame of touching a doorknob after someone sneezed. Endocrine system. The endocrine system is your body's hormone factory. It's made of glands scattered everywhere. The pituitary gland is the boss. It's tiny, but acts like it owns the place, shouting orders to your thyroid, adrenals, and reproductive organs. Hey ovaries, release the egg. Hey thyroid, speed up. Hey tears, fall now, no reason. Your thyroid manages your metabolism, which means it decides whether you're skinny or just thinking about running. Meanwhile, your adrenal glands are in charge of adrenaline, a hormone designed to help you escape tigers or awkward situations like someone saying hi. The pancreas handles blood sugar. When it fails, you either pass out or get a lifetime subscription to insulin. Testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone are the sex hormones, the holy trinity of why teenagers slam doors and adults cry after mediocre sex. The endocrine system is why you grow, change, and sometimes scream into your pillow for no clear reason. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is your body's military and cleanup rolled into one. It starts with lymph, a clear fluid made of white blood cells, and pent-up rage. It drifts through the body like a nosy neighbor, checking for infections and drama. Then come the lymph vessels, which carry the lymph around. They are like veins, but don't have a heart to pump. They operate on sheer spite and muscle spasms, wondering why no one appreciates their silent suffering. Scattered along these vessels are lymph nodes, tiny security checkpoints that filter out bacteria, viruses, and existential threats. When you're sick, they swell up. That's them yelling, "We found something awful and we're dealing with it. You're welcome." The spleen filters blood and stores white blood cells, but still gets removed when the doctor says, "You'll be fine without it." The thymus trains the immune cells how to kill and who to kill, then vanishes like a mentor in a tragic origin story. Tonsils are the first line of defense in your throat, first to fight, and first to get chopped out when they complain. By this point, if you're still not convinced your body is a mistake, feel free to bitch about it in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again.